Hello, Moment friends! Anding here for another episode of Bingo Boffin. When we last left off, we had finally made our way to Harwick after walking. At least that's supposedly what we did. We kind of ported here. But anyway, now we are supposedly going to help Bingo get a horse, so this week's episode should be fairly entertaining.
Folks say there is a horse trader in this town.
Now that we are here, I suppose I will need a horse. The kingdom of Rohan is large, and my legs are short, after all. It will make the journey easier, as long as none of the horses we look at try to snap at me with their scary teeth, or trample me with their frightening hooves. I will hold you personally responsible if they do, dang song. Folks say there is a horse trader named Cuthbald on the eastern side of Harwick. We can go see him, if we must. Alright, well, as many of you probably know from my bingo streams, I have actually gone ahead and gotten a war steed. Because being level 80 in Rohan is very hard. And we caught up to be on level, by the way, finally. So awesome, so very glad about that. Alright, here we go. Not what I wanted. Talk to Cuthrad's stall on the eastern side of Harwick, which is not where we went. Okay. I guess we're going to learn how to ride a horse from... I guess he said he needs a horse first? I don't remember. That was like a whole 10 seconds ago. Alright, here we go. Hey, there's Bingo.
These creatures look quite ferocious.
Oh my! Oh my! I hope these creatures do not come any closer. They look quite ferocious, and could take a bite out of this poor hobbit without even a second thought. I would be a little more than a morsel to them. But this morsel would just as soon not be lunch, if you please. Are you quite certain I need to have a horse for this adventure?
Ah, you're here to purchase a fine horse for this fellow?
I have several that might serve your needs. Each one is a fiery of temper, and will be gladly gallop about the fields with speed you have never seen. Watch your hands around them, though. They might take a nip at you if you're not careful. They are princes, after all, not of the Meras, of course, but surely very near to the finest of Bereds. Feel free to examine these noble steeds, and let me know which of them suits your fancy. Assessing the horse. This horse is calm for its groomer, but Bingo looks nervous. This horse is quite beautiful, but Bingo stares at it distrustfully. Bingo looks nervously at this horse's high shoulders and shakes his head.
I will not ride any of these horses. I am sorry, and good day to you.
I can't do it, Deng Song. I am sorry. These great beasts are simply too scary for me to even think of riding. And if I did, how long before I fell from its saddle? What a distance that would be! Too far for this hobbit, I tell you truly. I will not ride any of these horses. Tell Cuthbald good day, and give him my apologies. But there will simply be no sale today, or indeed any day. Not to this hobbit, at least.
Ah, that will not do. No, that will not do at all.
I'm trying to decide what voice to do for this guy, because it's easy. Yeah, well, that will do it. If this fellow expects to travel... What am I even saying? Well, that will not do it. If this fellow expects to travel throughout the kingdom, he will need a horse. I cannot allow the two of you to leave Harwick without a sufficient steed for Bingo. If I let you go unprepared, it would do such damage to my reputation as the finest horse trader in this part of the world, meaning this area near Harwick, of course, but not as far as north as Langhold or south as Arrow's Hollow. Within these bounds I am the very best, and will remain so. Do you know something? I believe I may have one last chance to prove what your friend needs. Meet me on the west side of Harwick, near the crafting hall, and I will see what I can do. Alright, so I have no idea what voice to give that guy, because he's like... his stuff makes him sound like the prospector, but he's like a sleazy horse trader. I don't know. Hey, you want to buy a horse? But he's in Rohan, so I mean, he'd just sound normal, I suppose. Alright. Small pony, there we go.
What do you think? His name is Tanglemane.
I don't usually keep ponies, but this fellow came into my possession after a raid of orcs, and I have yet to find an owner for him. What do you think of him? His name is Tanglemane. There we go, finally got it right. But you could call him anything. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with him after all. Alright, assessing pony. Bingo wears a huge smile. He does not seem so frightened by this one.
His name is Tanglemane. It suits him quite well.
This pony is not scary at all. He seems very well-tempered, and I dare say I could... excuse the alarm. I dare say I could walk up to him without fearing that he might bite me. He is rather hobbit-sized, if you ask me, and I think that is just the right size. His name is Tanglemane. It suits him well. I wonder how many coins Cuthbert would ask. In order to part with him, I kind of gave away that I like this horse quite a lot. That probably wasn't the best bargaining idea. I don't even know who I am anymore.
Tanglemane is an incredibly picky eater. If you can feed him, you can have him.
Great. I am glad that Bingo likes him. To be honest, I have not had much success finding an owner for Tanglemane, so I would be pleased to let Bingo have him for free. I have one condition, however. Tanglemane is incredibly picky eater. He will turn up his nose at almost anything. If you find some food around Harwick that he will eat, I will let you have him for free. Otherwise, I will have to refuse. You understand, I'm sure. Find some food around Harwick that he will eat, and then he will be all yours. All right. Let's see here. Search Harwick for food. Okay. Well. I would guess that there would be some food around the stables. The names are on, so we should be able to find it. Let's see here. Aha. We're going with bacon. We are going with bacon. Nobody could turn down bacon. Alright, now we just need to try to remember where the heck this was. I think it was up here. Nope. Where the heck was this? Great, now I don't even remember where we were. I have no recollection where bingo was. This is kind of embarrassing. Mushrooms. Mushrooms might be more liked too. Alright, so here's where that stable was before, I think. So I'm guessing it was back over this way. I do not remember at all. This is crazy. I don't think it was this way. Alright, we are going to find bingo. Alright, this quest would have been a lot nicer with navigation to at least back to where you came from, but that's okay. Tanglemane refuses to eat the bacon. Well, that's a bummer. Alright, the good news is, from doing all that, that we found the ultimate food source the world has ever known. Okay, next let's try cabbage, because I hate that, so this horse will totally like it. Seriously, cabbage actually makes me sick. Cooked or not, doesn't matter. Now, if it's mixed in with other stuff, it doesn't make me sick, but on its own, it's disgusting. Alright, here we go. Refuses to eat the cabbage. Well, we are on the same page on that one, buddy. Alright. Do we have like a run buff or anything? I don't think so. Alright, let's try the shrooms this time. Well, that's nice. It removes the ones that you've guessed already from the options. Pine Leaf will probably say something like, well, ponies only like blah 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 blah, so it's obvious, Andang, that you should have blah 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 blah. Refuses to eat the mushrooms. Alright. By the way, that alarm earlier was totally the Pine Leaf countdown. Okay, let us see here. We are going to find the right food to feed the pony. Cheese. Gorgonzola. Alright. Refuses to eat the cheese. Maybe I should feed Bingo to him. This horse just keeps saying nay. Alright. I say nay nay. If you know who that comedian is, let me know. Super awesome. Also very sad that they went away. 2015 was a very sad year. We lost a ton of great comedians. Apples. Lots and lots and lots of apples. That seems like the obvious choice. That'd be kind of funny if it's like, oh, I never thought about apples. We in Rohan would not go down to such awful tactics. You see, the apples have worms and other undesirables inside. So you see, it is most undesirable to be wishing to have apples. All right. We are nearly there. Tanglemane happily eats an apple. You found his favorite food. Or at least the food he eats. Maybe not his favorite.
Looks like you found his favorite food.
I have never seen this pony devour anything as quickly as he ate that apple, friend. Looks like you found his favorite food. And also it looks as if Bingo has found himself a noble steed to carry him through Rohan. It has been a pleasure doing business with you two, and if you happen to put in a good word for me with anyone looking for horses, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I am delighted to have met Tanglemane.
He must truly be the Bingo Boffin of pony persuasion, Deng Song. Small, friendly, and a picky eater. He likes apples, which is perfect because I can't stand the things. And, as I believe I have told you before, he can have every apple in Middle-earth as far as I'm concerned. We will make a great team. I can already tell. We won't covet each other's dinners. That is pretty good. I did forget that Bingo doesn't like apples. That should have been an obvious choice now that I think about it. Alright, well, next week's quest is level 82. Yay or nay? Oh, gosh. I made a nay joke too, I know. Alright. So anyway, next week's quest is level 82. And thank you everyone who watched this last week's Bingo Boffin stream. There were, at the time of this recording, over 300 people who watched through there, which is pretty high for that series, especially within a week since release. So thank you everyone for doing that. That is awesome. That makes that series be a little more popular than this one, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you again next week as we find out what is next. I didn't even read the quest title, but I like not reading the quest titles because it kind of spoils stuff. But anyway, you can rewind the video and see the quest title for yourself if you are curious. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you again next week for more content. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button below, and if you'd like to see more of my daily content, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when that new content comes out. And also, if you'd like to help support my channel and help me continue to create high quality videos, feel free to support me on Patreon, and you can get all sorts of great rewards in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.